What's up, everybody? Today's video is going to be the Wheel of Overall challenge. So basically I'm going to go and spin a wheel, and then we're going to get an overall between 70 and 97 because 97 is the highest ranked player. And then we're going to do that 14 times, and every time I get an overall, I'll get to go and pick what player from that overall that I want on my team. So that's going to be the deal. And yeah, 14 times we're going to spin that wheel, and then I'm going to build the team up, and then we'll get into rebuilding after that. So let's head over to the wheel, and let's start with our first spin. So we are over here on Wheel Decide, and let's just give this a spin and see what our first player is going to be. I hope I get some decent young talent if I don't get really good players, but we are starting with an 86 overall. So that'll be a nice piece to start with. There's I think DeMar DeRozan and people like that are around an 86. Spin number 2 looks like we're going to be getting a 95. This could be really, really easy now. 95, I don't know who's a 95, but we're talking close to the James Hardens of the world. But I think Harden's a 96 actually. Spin number 3 is going to land us an 89. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's way too many really good players. I'm going to take out anything above an 84 now, because I already have stars and people able to get stars, and I do not want to just build it. If it keeps going at this rate, I'm going to get a team full of just all stars, superstars, and then I'm not going to have anything to do. So we're going to drop down 84 and below now for these final 11, because I already have an 86, a 95, and an 89. That's going to be good enough already. So let's drop down and see what else we can get. And we get an 84. Okay. This is turning out to be probably the easiest thing I've ever done on 2K. Spin number 5 is going to get us a 70, the lowest overall that we can get. Okay, so 70s are not good players. So we finally have a player that is not good or doesn't have good trade value. So let's see what other overall we're going to be able to get. Now we have a 72. So 72, we have 8 spins left. All right, spin number 6 or 7. We got a 77 overall. So 77 overall, we're looking at the Amari Spellmans of the world, and just some decent end of the rotation type of players. Spin number 8, I believe. Yep, we're getting a 78 overall. After this, I will go in and I will show you who I'm picking, and then we will actually I might just go and build the team and then show you the team after I'm done building it. So we got another 72 here. And what else? We have 5 spins left. We got a 76, an 83, a 77. Okay, 2 final spins. Another 83. This team is going to be so good just starting out. And finally, we have a 74 overall. So I will get into 2K and I will build this team, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. Alright, so here is the roster we built, and it is absolutely OP. So there was actually no 95 overalls in the game. So Damian Lillard was the only 94, so I just took Dame. And then I took Bradley Beal, Bam Adebayo, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Malcolm Brogdon, Trey J, Markelle Fultz, Kyle Kuzma, Kevon Looney, Jarrett Culver, Bol, Kevin Knox, Dennis Smith Jr., Carson Edwards, and then Bruno Caboclo and Michael Frazier were just on the team. So they weren't people I added or anything, but they were just here and I didn't have to trade them away. So I'm going to go set this rotation, see what it looks like. We need a small forward because we don't actually have a single small forward on this team other than Jarrett Culver, and he's definitely not going to be my starter, but I'm probably going to run Bradley Beal or Shai at that. So Beal is an 88 still. Shai is an 84, so we could run Shai there, and then it would look like this. And honestly, it's really solid. Off the bench is even really pretty good. But part of me wants to just run this season and see how good this team can do and then try and rebuild it after that. But I don't know who's still all under contract. I guess everybody's still under like literally everybody except for Frazier is under contract. And maybe Bull's not under contract. I'm not sure. But so I could run this season and see how good this team does. So that would be an interesting thing to do here, just to see if this team is already at a championship level or if they need some work. Something I do have to do though is change like Brogdon to a shooting guard. And then Kuzma could probably go to a small forward. And then it's honestly pretty set. So I want to see what Bull's contract situation looks like as well. See if he's going to be back or not. He still will be back on a two-way contract. Let's try and sign him. We can't sign him. Well, we could call him up though. Sign for the remainder of the season. All right, we signed him for the remainder of the season. So he should be able. I shouldn't have done that. I was just gonna run him in the G League anyways. So we'll run him. We'll run him and Jarrett Culver in the G League then. And I'm probably going to trade like Knox and Dennis Smith Jr. because they do have solid trade value. And I really have no need for them on this team. So if I trade like Kevon Looney with Kevin Knox and even like the 2022 Rockets first, we could get Montrezl Harrell to be our backup center. We could get Danilo Gallinari. I'll go with Montrezl Harrell. We have to throw in another first round pick, but I am fine with doing that. And now I want to trade Dennis Smith Jr. with maybe Patrick Beverly and see if we can get anything solid there. Eric Bledsoe would be a backup point guard we could bring in. All right, we'll bring in Eric Bledsoe. And let's go look at the rotation now. We got Dame, Brad Beal, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bam Adebayo. Then off the bench, we have Malcolm Brogdon, Montrezl Harrell, Eric Bledsoe, Markelle Fultz, Kyle Kuzma. So we have too many point guards down here. We have Fultz and Bledsoe. Let's keep Culver up here, and let's try and send Markelle Fultz down to the G League. See how he develops this season. And now this is what the rotation looks like. The bench is more evened out. We have Ersan Ilyasova coming in as our power forward, which we could probably change, but I think I'm okay with that. Actually, let's just run a 9-man rotation. All right, let's set our system. 7 seconds is 4 stars. So is balance. I'm going to see if there's a better coach or not. If there is, I'll probably bring one in. Otherwise, I'll probably just be good. But pace and space looks like Michael Stauffer is out here. So let's try and bring in Michael Stauffer. And he is now the coach. Let's see how good this system is now. Pace and space is 3.5 stars. Balanced is still 4 stars. We'll run with the balanced system. I'll simulate season number 1. We'll see if this team's good enough to win a championship. And if they're not, we'll get into some more serious rebuilding next year. And if they do, I'll probably still try and completely overhaul the roster a little bit and try and win another championship, because otherwise this video would be kind of boring. So I'll simulate season number 1. We'll see how it goes. And I'll catch you guys at the end of it. So we were able to win 64 games this year. We won 64 and 18. Luka Doncic won our MVP. Ja Morant won Rookie of the Year. Nurkic won 6th man. Kawhi won Defensive Player. And then Luka also won Most Improved, with Michael Stauffer coming in as Coach of the Year. So we got him winning that award for us. Is there any Rockets on any of these All-NBA teams? There is not. And defensive teams, also not. Rookie teams, also not. Okay, so we are the 1 seed in the Western Conference. I want to check out some stats before we get into the season, but Dame averaged 23, Bradley Beal averaged 23, Bam averaged 15 and 11, Montrezl Harrell played well off the bench, Shai 12 points, 5 rebounds, 5.5 assists, Jaren Jackson Jr. played really well, Malcolm Brogdon played solid, 11 points, 6 assists a game, almost 7 assists a game, Bledsoe not too bad, Kuzma, it was Kyle Kuzma, 5 points. Other than that, I think the team played really well. How did Dame and Bradley Beal shoot? They both shot almost 50% from 3. Okay, so how much better than everybody else were we? We were the number 1 seed by 4 games in the Western Conference, and we had All right, we were the best team in the league by 4 games. And we outscored our opponents 11.5 points per game. We had the best offense, and our defense was like, I don't know, maybe like 7th, I think. 7th in the league. So, yeah, not too bad. Let's see who Golden State has. I know I took Looney from them. They have Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Pascal, Draymond Green's running their center. Then they got Damian Lee, Poole, Bowman, Thabo, Cephalosha, Chasan Randall, Smiley-Jack, Dragan Bender. Okay, so we should be better than that team, but again, it is Steph and Klay. Okay, we end up winning 4-0, and I guess our team is super overpowered. But we got now up against the Denver Nuggets. We took Bol from them, and who did we give them for Bol? It looks like we gave them Troy Daniels, maybe? Must have been Troy Daniels that we gave them for Bol. So they definitely did not get any better with that. Let's simulate this round 2 and see how it goes. We're down 3-1. Are you kidding me? There's no way this team is better than this team. Alright, let's simulate with Simcast and let's see what we can do. And it's back and forth quite a bit. And we end up losing by 1. 1 singular point there. Alright, so, well, I guess that team wasn't super overpowered because we didn't even win a championship. So I'm actually fine with that because now I get to do some more rebuilding, and it's not just like the team was perfectly set up for me, though it should be pretty easy to rebuild. So without any rookies, no draft picks or anything like that, we didn't have to bring any rookies in. So we're at qualifying offers, and we're going to extend it to Bol. Michael Frazier, I don't really need his. So we're good there. We'll get into free agency. Obviously, we aren't going to have any money. But I do want to make some trades here maybe and see if there's anybody that we could bring in. Like Eric Bledsoe makes a lot of money, so I wouldn't mind throwing him out the door and seeing what we could get. But there's not seeming like there's going to be a lot of people here. Dennis Schroeder, I guess that would be something we could bring in. CJ McCollum, we could pair him back up with Damian Lillard. But I don't know if that really makes the most sense. I guess we'll maybe just get through free agency and sign back Bol. And then we should be pretty much good. I mean, where's Bol at? Anyways, I don't even see him around here. So let's just simulate through free agency because we're not really going to have to do anything because we don't have anybody. Michael Frazier accepted his qualifying offer, but I didn't see Bol come back to the team. Which, yeah, Bol's not here. So I want to go find him and see if we can get him back because I wasn't really trying to not get him back. But let's see where he's at. Bol is now a part of the Utah Jazz. So they want Fultz or Bam or Shea or Jaren Jackson Jr. or Brogdon to bring him back. Okay, he's not worth that much to me. So I think we're probably going to be good. So Dame's a 95. Bradley Beal's up to a 90. Bam Adebayo's an 87. Shea's an 87. Brogdon's an 87. The team's good. Markelle Fultz jumped up 6 spots. Who else went down to the G League last year? Bol was the one in the G League, and we don't have him anymore. So let's go to training camps. I'll send a couple people to training camps. I'll catch you guys at the beginning of the season. So we are at the beginning of season number 2, and here we have Damian Lillard, Bradley Beal. This is what the rotation would look like if we started the season right now, which honestly should be just as good, if not better, than last year. I want to run a 9-man rotation, though, whenever we do go. And one move I'm going to have to make is we have too many point guards, so Bledsoe or Fultz will have to be out the door, and we need a big man to come off the bench. Biggest guy we have is Kyle Kuzma. So let's go try and make a trade for a big man to come off the bench, and I'll try and use Eric Bledsoe. So let's go see what big man we could try and get. Steven Adams is a guy we could try and bring in, but they are not selling. Thomas Bryant. Wendell Carter Jr. Maybe we could try and bring in Wendell or Jonas Valanciunas. Let's go try and bring in Jonas Valanciunas. So let's propose a trade to the Grizzlies. And let's try and bring in Valanciunas, and we'll send out Eric Bledsoe. So Valanciunas, we're going to throw you Eric Bledsoe wherever he's at. The money should match up. All right, they don't want to do that straight up. So we could throw you also like Carson Edwards. Okay, and that's not enough. I don't have a lot of picks to work with, so I'll throw you the second. I'll also throw you this second-round pick. All right, maybe we got to throw in another player. So do we have a player that's worth something? Ersan Ilyasova, maybe? Okay, they couldn't make that work because he makes too much money. You know what? Maybe we do try and throw Ilyasova and see if they have somebody that makes money but is not good on their team. Try and bring back. Not really. Like, PJ Tucker is probably too good to try and get back. So, let's take Ursan out. And let's see if we could just throw in, like, this first-round pick. If that would get them over the hump. Oh, my God. What did they want? Okay, wow. That was probably so much of an overpay. It threw, like, every single pick we had except for one second-round pick. But, we got a big man to come off the bench now. And I want to trade either Kuzma or Culver for a power forward now. Or maybe a center too, depending on, you know, what we do with Valanciunas there. But probably trade Culver and maybe Ilyasova, this second-round pick. See if we can bring in a power forward. Christian Wood would be a great power forward to come off the bench. Clint Capella is also there. I feel like I don't really want to trade for Clint Capella, so we'll just leave him out there. We'll probably bring in Christian Wood and move on with our lives. So Christian Wood will be our backup power forward now. So then this is the rotation, and it's actually really solid. Kyle Kuzma's not getting any minutes, but that's fine with me. Now I want to try and just upgrade some of the positions that we have in the starting lineup. Like, Bam Adebayo's on the last year of his contract, so it's going to be tough to bring him back if he does come back. We'd have to pay him a ton of money. So I'm going to throw him with Kuzma and Porter and see if there's anything. We have Wendell Carter and Zach LaVine. We have Clint Capella and DeAndre Hunter, Okongwu and Jackson Hayes, or Derrick Rose and Denny Avdia. We'll take... let's see if we take Porter if there's different options out here. Chris Middleton was there. I don't really want to do that one either. De'Aaron Fox, Mitchell Robinson and DeMarcus Cousins, Mo Bamba and Jonathan Isaac. I think we'll go with Mo Bamba and Jonathan Isaac. And now let's see what the rotation would look like. We probably want to run a 10-man rotation now just because we do have a solid player on all of our bench positions. And yeah, now our starting center would be Valanciunas. And maybe we want to upgrade Valanciunas now. Or maybe we want to flip Mo Bamba. Maybe throw Mo Bamba with Kevin Porter Jr. and see if we can get a better backup center. Clint Capella was there. I guess we could do a Clint Capella trade or a Mitchell Robinson trade. I just bring them in so often that it kind of gets repetitive. Yusuf Nurkic would be a player we could bring in, though. Yeah, we'll go with Nurkic, and he will probably be our starter, and then he'll probably go back to having Valanciunas off the bench. So Nurkic is now starting. Valanciunas is coming off the bench, and then we have Jonathan Isaac and Christian Wood. So I think this team should be good enough to win ourselves a championship. Let's go set the system. Balance is 4 stars. Yep, we're going to run with balanced again. And let's see if we can win a championship this season. And if not, we will do a third and final season. But I think this team should be good enough to win. So I'll catch you guys when the playoffs are about to start. Okay, so this team should be a lot better than 11-9, but we are not. So it's time to make some more trades. What could Damian Lillard get me? We could bring in Ben Simmons and Eric Bledsoe. It's not good enough. Kemba Walker, Paul George, Ja Morant, and Tobias Harris. That wouldn't be too bad. Jonathan Isaac is kind of a downgrade. He's just not that good in 2K. Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell. That'd be interesting. De'Aaron Fox and Buddy Hield. You know what? This trade's not that bad because honestly, like, it would be an upgrade over like Valanciunas and everything too. So we'll do this. Sorry, Dame, but you are gone. That means we have to bring in a point guard. So we'll probably be trading Bradley Beal to try and bring in a point guard. Who that point guard is, I don't know, but they better be good because I need to have a good point guard on this team. Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook would be an option. I never get Russell Westbrook. We also bring in Rui Hachimura to back up as a power forward instead of Christian Wood, so we can make that trade. And now we got to see what else we have to do. We do need to get rid of one of our centers, either Nurkic or Valanciunas, because we have Rudy Gobert now, and we need to bring in a small forward because our small forward is Shea and we don't have another one. So let's try and trade Nurkic or Valanciunas. They make about the same amount of money. We'll trade Nurkic because he can't shoot, and I guess that's a good enough reason to trade him. So we need a small forward. TJ Warren would be a nice one to bring in. All right, we'll bring in TJ Warren, and then we should be good to get on with the rest of the season. So this is the rotation now. Markelle Fultz, they want starting at point guard. I think I'd rather have Westbrook. In that starting lineup. But other than that, we should be pretty much set, unless I can flip Westbrook for something really good, which I doubt we can. But I'll throw him out there just to see. But yeah, we're getting the same offers as we got for Bradley Beal, so it doesn't really matter too much. Let's simulate this season now. See if we can do better than 11-9 to start out. See if we can end up with hopefully 50 wins at least. So I'll catch you guys at the end of the season. So the team started doing better. Still not as good as I hoped. I mean, I know I said 50 wins, and we did end up getting 51, but this team should be a lot better than their record is. So hopefully in the playoffs we can turn it up a bit. But Giannis won MVP. Here are the rest of the awards. If you do care, Kyle Kuzma, we traded him to Orlando, and now he won Most Improved. The Mavericks won 58 games. And yeah, Luka's All-NBA first team. Do I see any Rockets anywhere on these? I do not. Nobody on defensive team either, so we didn't even get Rudy Gobert on a defensive team. Alright, so we do end up being the second seed, and let's go check out our stats and see how good we did. Donovan Mitchell ended up averaging 22 points per game, Russell Westbrook 19. So we were kind of lacking a scorer, and I didn't really notice that when I was building the team, but we really were lacking a scorer. And maybe trading Damian Lillard was not the answer, but yes, it is what it is. So that is the stats for all the players on the team. I'm scared of that Luka team. I don't know who else they have, but we're going up against the Lakers here, and we do end up sweeping them 4-0. Now we're going up against Denver, who knocked us out last year. Looks like they have pretty much the same team, so let's see if we can beat them. Oh, and we sweep them this year, so that is good. And Dallas gets taken out by Portland. Portland has Kyle Lowry, James Harden, Rodney Hood, Nasir Little, Hassan Whiteside. James Harden's going to be tough to go up against. We're tied 1-1 now. We're up 3-1. Let's see if we can close this series out in 5 games. We do. Now it's time to go up against the 76ers, who have Eric Bledsoe, Josh Richardson, Ben Simmons, Al Horford, and Joel Embiid. All right, simulate this round. We go up 1-0. Just want to go slow at. Okay, that goes so fast. But we did end up winning 4-0. Yeah, so I really think if we went up against that Dallas Mavericks team, we probably would not have beat them. So it's kind of a blessing that the Portland Trail Blazers did take them out in the second round, because otherwise we would probably be going into a season number 3. But we're not. We end up winning in season number 2. Russell Westbrook is the finals MVP. He averaged 19.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, 6 assists in the finals. Let's go check out some players, some playoff stats while we're at it. Nobody over 20 points a game, but we had a bunch of people averaging. Everybody averaged like 7 and above, so that's good to see. Per 36-minute stats are really good though. Like, these guys aren't playing that many minutes, so like 36-minute stats for these guys is really solid. Like, even Gobert, 36 minutes, he's averaging 10 points, 12.5 rebounds. Like, who else? Rui Hachimura probably came off the bench, played maybe 7 minutes. He was averaging 7 points. Now 36 minutes, he would have been averaging 20 points a game. So the team played really well, and I'm happy that we were able to do it, but I'm surprised we didn't win a championship in that first year with our super stacked team, but it is what it is. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you all did enjoy it. Also, I'm very sorry that this video is coming out later than normal. Usually I post at 10 o'clock, but today I'm posting later on because I didn't get to record last night, so I'm recording this the same day that I am posting it, and it'll be posted later on today. So sorry about that, but I'm going to try and keep posting at 10 o'clock. But if you guys think there's a different time that you want me to post, so I usually post at 10 a.m. excuse me, 10 a.m. and that's Central Time in America. And for those of you that are in different time zones, tell me what time you would prefer that I post in your time zone, and I'll try and figure it out and see where everybody wants. Is this a good time? Do you want it later on? Do you want it earlier? I can't go super early, but I could maybe go an hour early in the day. So you guys let me know when you want me to post, and then I'll try and maybe switch it up if it does seem like you guys want me to post at a different time. But yeah, other than that, it's been TKE. It's been real. Peace out.